Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Monday to you. Hope you are fantastic. Hope you're doing extremely well. Hope you had a fantastic. I love the word fantastic. So I'm gonna say it again. Hope you had a fantastic weekend. Hope that you are feeling amazing from the east, from the west, from the north, and from the south, and that the divine is truly allowing you to walk the path of blessing as it is so many people around the world. And if not, we're going to get you on track here today. And every day we come and have this podcast called Love Your Vibration. Okay. So a big announcement got to make. It was at my spiritual center yesterday, CSL Fort Lauderdale. If you're ever in the South Florida area, please come and check out this spiritual center. It's absolutely amazing. It's based on the Laws of Mind, The Science of the Mind by Ernest Holmes. It's such a loving, caring, just dynamic place in every sense of the word. And my wife and I are getting ready to start a group called Your Spirit, Your Business. And, this is really neat because it's a group geared towards taking spiritual principles and implementing those spiritual principles into your business, right? Because the truth of the matter is your business is just a reflection of your life, right? And whatever your life is reflecting is actually, I don't want to say almost certain. It is certain because once again, it's an out picturing of you. It's going to reflect that. So if you are in alignment and you're living in love and you're living, in conscious awareness of your own truth. Here's the thing. You have a business, it's going to do that. Or even if you're an employee somewhere, you're going to work and be extremely effective, right? But if there's stuff within you that you hadn't worked through yet, then that's going to hinder you from progressing in a way that you feel like, you possibly can. The most amazing thing to me is the more you dedicate to introspective spiritual growth on yourself and really going through that process, the more successful you can become in any business you come into agreement with. I'm about to say contact, but it's more or less an agreement because once again, that business is an extension of you. So in a nutshell, we're going to take all that good stuff, and more importantly, my objective in teaching this class is I plan to make myself completely receptive to what the divine has to offer, and I'm just going to filter it out, and whatever comes through me from the divine, I'm going to give to you, and I'm going to give it to you without any hindrance, obstacle, or stipulations or anything like that. I'm just going to offer it because I know that's how we all benefit, is when, we decide to be vessels for that genius that wants to come in. And so if you get the opportunity to come through, it would be lovely to have you. It's CSL Fort Lauderdale, which is 4849 Dixie Highway, Fort Lauderdale. I'm not sure of the zip code, but it's on March 4th. It's a Wednesday, and it's 12 to 1:30. Okay, 12 to 1:30. So with that being said, I look forward to seeing you there. All right? Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Let's get into our topic today. The magic of universal numerical energy. Okay? Universal numerical energy, and it will definitely change, transform, alter, enhance your life when you are aware of it. So let me tell you what this is exactly. I'm a big numbers buff. And I love numbers, and I'm passionate about numbers. And numbers mean so much to not only me, but to everybody. And when I look back at my life before I even learned about numbers, I could always tell what was destined to happen on that day just by the number patterns, the numerical patterns that showed up. Okay? And so I look back And I'm like, wow, this is amazing that this actually works. You know, not that I didn't think it would work, but I was just astounded by the accuracy and precision that the universe works as far as these numbers go. So let me tell you what the universal numerical energy is. Today, it is a 3. And how do I come to a 3? Well, simple. So it's February 24th, right? And in every time in numerology, what you do is you always take the 2-digit number and you reduce it by adding it. You reduce it to a single number, okay? So February stands for 2, second month of the year. 24th, 2 plus 4 equals 6, okay? You have that 6 and you take 2 plus 6, you get an 8, all right? And then we go to the year, which is 2020, right? So basically you take all those numbers and add them in. 2020 becomes 40, and then 4 plus 0 just equals 4. So you take that 4, you add it to the 8, all right? Stay with me. And you get 12. Now, once again, we reduce that number down. The only time the number doesn't get reduced is if it comes out to an 11, a 22, or a 33, because those are the master numbers. All right? Those are the master numbers. But anything else will be reduced. All right? And so when we reduce that 12, it comes down to a 3. Right? So when you think about a 3 is, from a numerological or numerical standpoint, a 3 is all about creativity. A 3 is all about connection to source. 3 is all about basically stepping into your own creativity and allowing it to be revealed through your unique expression, right? And if you're like me, you have a 3 energy, which means, according to Pythagoras's chart, which shows you what numbers equal what in the alphabet. And I mean, that's a whole nother episode in itself, but just stay with me. That will equal, your name will equal a certain numerical vibration, right? And it's just by adding all those numbers up together and reducing it down, unless it becomes an 11, a 22, or a 33. And so mine comes out to 3, which means that everything that I do that is a 3 energy is amplified today. So you may be thinking, okay, I'm confused as hell, and how does this help me? Okay, so getting back to it, today is a 3 energy. So what you can do, and what I've done, so I'll give you a perfect example. Clairaudience. When you look up, and I really want you to do this because, you know, you can do this on your own, or I will do a session for you for $100, and we will discover so many different things about you that link up that you're just like, whoa, I would have never figured that out. So if you want me to help you with it, I'm more than happy to do it. $100 an hour. We'll give you everything possible you need, teach you how to use Pythagoras' theorem, teach you how to recognize the universal numeric energy. It will be amazing. But that's that. What I'm going to show you now is how to kind of do a bit of it on your own. And so basically, if you go to Google and you get Pythagoras' chart, Pythagoras' numerical chart, and it will show you how each letter in the alphabet equals a certain number. Now, how do they do this? I'm not really sure at this point, but I know that it works, right? So, for instance, A equals 1, B equals 2, C equals 3, D equals 4, E equals 5. And so it basically just kind of goes down the line, right? So when you discover this, you can take things that mean a lot to you. So for a long time, I've been realizing that and getting more and more information that I am psychic, and I'm not sitting up here like Miss Cleo, with a crystal ball in front of my laptop, but psychic in a sense where there are like divine lightning bolts of energy, coming in as intuition that register in my mind, and all of a sudden I kind of know. I guess a better word for it is precognition, and then sometimes retrocognition, where you kind of go back to the past. But this happens to me, and I'm like, you know what? I feel like I could be psychic to a degree, not to the degree, like I said, where I'm holding a crystal ball or anything. So what I did is I put in clairaudience. And if what clairaudience is basically your ability to hear, you know, from the psychic realm. And sure enough, clairaudience comes up as a match. When I take clairaudience and I put it with my energy of 3, it turns out to be a number 3, right? By using Pythagoras' chart. And it's amazing because I feel like that is something that is truly resonant with me. I'll hear stuff like I can it's almost like as if somebody is just talking to me while sitting here, but nobody's there other than spirit. I can hear that, you know, and there's multiple times, and the more receptive I am to it, the more I'm able to register what is actually being said. And so this is just one example. What we can do for you, right? So I usually do a universal numerical energy and then a personal numerical energy. So when you do your personal numerical energy, all you do is you take the universal energy and you add the energy of your name vibration. So mine is a 3. When I add it to the universal numerical energy, I mean, this is a tongue twister, I get 6. And everything that falls under 6 for me is amplified through energy on that day. Now, this seems absolutely confusing, and geez, I mean, it's even harder to explain, but I promise you, when you get this, when you understand, you know, what the truth of this actually means and how you can implement it and use it, it is so worth it when you can understand what type of energy is resonating throughout the universe today. I plan my podcasts around universal energy because I know that it will be amplified if I follow the numerical pattern for that day, right? So I'm excited because I want you to do the same thing. So even if you just do the universal, today is a 3. Jump into that creativity, express yourself, get on camera, shoot a video, you know, get involved in the arts, write an article, do whatever it is. That energy is amplified today. And if, once again, if you're 3 like me, it's even doubled. It becomes more or less like this energy that is compounded and allows you to just basically move. You almost have like an extra push from the universe, so to speak, when your energy matches up to the universal energy or the personal energy. So here's something that I want you to do for yourself, okay? And what I'm really believing for is that you guys will take the opportunity to really sit down and go through this, because it is just beyond amazing to see how it all unfolds, how it all opens itself up to really make sense of your life. And you know what's amazing is I started doing this, and I started basically going back to my past and seeing the dates of when certain things happened. And the infallibility, the accuracy, the precision at which stuff unfolded was absolutely amazing, right? On the days when I manifested a lot of money, I look at those days and I say, oh my goodness, like, you know, literally the energy of manifest a huge amount of money showed up on the exact day that I manifest that money without me even knowing. So now that I know and I'm aware, it's like, okay, like I can get excited about this, which amps up the energy even more so, right? So what I want you to do first and foremost is think about all the things that are important to you, right? Think about all the things that are important to you. Give you an example. Let's say you're a writer, right? So everything that you feel means a lot to you, that you're passionate about, you start writing it down. And so it would be stuff like best-selling author, writing for fun, writing for freedom, being an elite writer, publishing articles, published in magazine, right? Um, Published in New York Times. Basically, you write that out, okay? You write those out, and then you take Pythagoras' chart, and each letter, you see what number resonates. And you just add all those numbers up. And whenever you get a double-digit number, other than 11, 22, and 33, you add them together, right? You add them together. So if you got 34, it would be 7. You got 28, it would be 10. 10 would just be reduced to 1, and so on. You kind of get the idea. But if you write all that stuff down, take a moment to write all that stuff down. Let's say you got a business, and everything great imaginable you want to unfold in that business, you write that down, and you see what type of energy resonates with that number, right? And then you add it. And this is further, actually, you know what? I think I'm going to do another episode a little bit more in depth on the personal numerical energy. But in keeping focus with today's universal numerical energy, you know, anything that shows up on your chart that is resonant with today's energy has like a 500% chance of really working out well for you, right? This is how important and impactful this is. Guys, there's not enough time in the day for me to really explain how impactful, how amazing, how terrific all of this is. But I really want you to get this. And look, contact me on Facebook, contact me through email, contact me through whatever it is if you're looking to learn more and just really get a greater understanding. Because here's the thing. When you get this, right? When you get this, when you truly understand what's happening and what's unfolding, right? You take yourself to another level, right? So to give you an example, there's certain days that I'm scheduled to speak. There's certain days that I'm scheduled to do, acting or to get up on stage and to give a speech. And so I calculate those days in advance. And would you know, in calculating them and figuring out what the actual numbers are, they all link up. Okay? They all link up perfectly to the number that's resonant of that day in universal energy and numerical energy. Right? So it's to your advantage. It's to your advantage if you're willing to take the time to sit down with it, which, I mean, what do you got to lose? Nothing. You got everything to gain, but you have nothing to lose, right? I'm excited because this system has really kind of shown me, it's given me something to be excited about, right? It's given me something to be full of life in a sense of just looking forward to what is unfolding on each day. So with that being said, guys, let's set the intention. Let's set an intention for the day, and then we'll let you go from there. So do me a favor. Let's go into that hookup, because I feel like that's so amazing. Go straight to that hookup. Feel that compassion. Hookup being, if it's your first time with us, take your middle finger, place it, your right hand, place it on the center of your eyebrows, which is your third eye, and then place your middle finger on your left hand in the center of your chest, which is your heart center, and just feel compassion. Start to feel compassion and love. Think about somebody you can have compassion for. You can have compassion for the country. You can have compassion for the planet. You can have compassion for an individual. You can have compassion for yourself. Take a moment to feel compassion. Good. And we're going to set this energy on fire. Dearest God in me, Goddess in me, beloved, benevolent spirit inside each and every one of us, it is our intention to easily and effortlessly understand universal numerical energy and its impact upon us. God and me, we understand and we know that you have set life up for us to be victorious at every turn, and you always are giving us cheat codes, so to speak, in order to know that the game has always been rigged in our favor. We thank you for hearing our intention, for answering our intention, and for allowing it to manifest not only in our own highest good, but in the highest good of everyone concerned. God and me, thank you so much. And so it is. And there you have it, guys. Once again, feel free to contact me if you want to learn more about this, because I really feel like it's something that's truly amazing. And here's the thing. Here's the like, it's all about filling a need, right? It's all about filling a need. And sometimes filling a need means getting somebody out of a rut, getting somebody from being stuck because you just have no idea of what direction you're going to go to or what you're going to do. And so it's so very important to know that there are steps to enabling you to move yourself in the direction that your heart wants to go, that the divine wants to take you. And I promise you, this works. Listen to it until you can get it, right? Guys, have a wonderful Monday. We will talk soon. Thanks so much. Take care.